The paradox we are about to explore is called the block universe theory. It begins quietly with the steady ticking of a clock, each second unfolding and folding back into itself. The sun rises and sets, casting long shadows that seem to pause midair, as if time were held in a gentle, unyielding grasp. We feel time moving forward, relentlessly and tenderly, like a current carrying us onward. Yet, what if this feeling is but an illusion? What if the past, the present, and the future already exist, layered over one another like fine pages in an ancient book? Instead of a flowing river, the universe could be a solid block, unchanging and complete, holding every moment at once, waiting silently for us to turn its pages. Imagine the universe as a vast, frozen sculpture, where each moment is carved and fixed, a permanent fixture in an eternal tableau. In this silent artwork, birth and death, joy and sorrow, laughter and tears all exist side by side, like scenes in a gallery you walk through in any order you choose. Time does not carry you forward. Instead, you find yourself positioned within this sculpture, experiencing one slice at a time. The block universe invites contemplation of our place inside this strange creation. Are we active players or merely observers locked to the page we read? This idea unsettles the heart while captivating the mind, drawing us into quiet wonder about what it truly means to live in time. Meet Eleanor, a woman sitting alone by her window, lost in thought as rain brushes softly against the glass. She watches the drops linger for a moment before slipping away, much like her own sense of time, slippery and elusive. In this stillness, Eleanor feels the weight of moments piled one upon another, some already lived, some yet imagined. She senses that her memories, her hopes, and even her fears are not fleeting, but exist somewhere else, folded within the vast eternal block that holds her life. Her silence speaks volumes about the strange feeling that past, present, and future might all be quietly humming around her, unseen threads connecting every breath. Eleanor's days blend like soft edges in a charcoal sketch, each one a subtle shade of the last, yet distinct in its quiet resonance. She reflects on a childhood laugh frozen alongside an unspoken regret, seeing these fragments not as separate but coexisting. Her heart tugs gently between acceptance and the ache of wanting change, caught in the stillness that this paradox reveals. She wonders if her choices ripple outward, or if they are already inscribed in a grand design, timeless and unalterable. The loneliness of this thought brushes her skin like a cold wind, yet a tender curiosity keeps her rooted in the unfolding moment, eyes open to what time may truly be. As the days pass, Eleanor feels the paradox deepen within her. If every moment is fixed and unchanging, what then becomes of free will? Are her decisions genuine sparks of creation, or shadows cast by a flame long extinguished? She notices how hope feels fragile and distant, like a candle flickering behind glass, glimpsed but unreachable. Regret turns into a ghost hovering at the edges of her quiet contemplations. The tension grows between the comforting permanence and the painful confinement of knowing that everything is already there, etched into the fabric of an unyielding block. Each thought, each feeling becomes a delicate negotiation with a reality that refuses to flow. Eleanor's struggle carries her deeper into this inner universe, where the familiar turns strange and the strange becomes intimate. She feels the weight of eternity in her bones, the knowledge that her smiles now linger eternally, her tears never forgotten. Yet with this, she also senses a paradoxical freedom. If all moments exist, then no joy is lost, no pain erased. Existence folds back on itself, creating a tapestry both stiff with certainty and soft with infinite possibility. Eleanor begins to see that maybe understanding the block universe is less about grasping control and more about embracing the vastness of what already is, a slow dance between presence and absence, light and shadow. One night, as Eleanor drifts in the dim glow of lamplight, she imagines flipping through 1,000 pages of her life at once, each revealing different choices and possibilities, all equally real. She encounters versions of herself laughing, grieving, dreaming, all existing simultaneously. This vision dissolves the borders between past and future, awakening within her the gentle realization that perhaps the flow of time is not a river, but the turning of these myriad pages, forever accessible. With this shift, the boundaries that once confined hope and free will begin to blur, revealing a truth as delicate and elusive as candlelight, that being may be less about change and more about timeless becoming. Eleanor feels her resistance soften as the rigid lines of linear time melt into a fluid sea of moments. She recognizes her fears not as walls, but as currents beneath vast waters. The block universe no longer feels like a prison, but a quiet sanctuary where all her selves coexist, offering a profound stillness beyond the restless motion her mind once sought. In this shared existence, she listens to her thoughts whispering in harmony, threads of possibility that weave a story not of endings, but eternal presence. Acceptance blooms softly, an invitation to dwell peacefully within the paradox, where mystery and clarity embrace with measured grace. At last, Eleanor rests in this serene understanding, surrendering her need to push against the flow or grasp elusive freedom. She breathes with the knowledge that her existence, every precious fragment, is a coordinate in an infinite map, always present, never lost. The paradox transforms from something to be feared into a companion that walks beside her in the quiet twilight of thought. The universe is less a journey than a home, rooms filled with memories alive and unfolding simultaneously. In this gentle stillness, she finds the courage to simply be, no longer caught between becoming and remembering, but gently anchored within the eternal now. So if the block universe holds all time as one enduring whole, what then becomes of your story? Are you truly becoming something new, or quietly recalling a path written long before your footsteps traced it? This lingering question drifts softly like smoke from a candle flame, light, intangible, yet profoundly present. If your future already exists, shimmering somewhere in the same eternal place as your past and present, what does that mean for the choices you make today? Is hope still possible within a universe carved in stone? As you hold these thoughts in the quiet space between moments, perhaps you find your own answer, not in certainty, but in the grace of wondering.